Hello and welcome to lesson 4 on basic picking. In this lesson we're going to show you some tips on how to hold the pick and how to pick the strings so you can build your technique from there. We're going to go through 4 different steps. The first one is how to hold the pick. And for that, to show that, I like using this little example. I like using a tiny little piece of paper and just hold it in between my index and thumb like that. And that gives me the position where I should hold my pick. I don't like using 3 fingers for that because it makes my hand really tired and really stiff. So I would recommend just to use 2 fingers and just use that. Like put a little tiny piece of paper in between your index and thumb and then place your pick exactly at the same position where you hold the paper. As you can see, I'm using a tiny little part of the pick only, almost an extension of my nail, because if I hold it like that, when I'm playing the strings, it will force me to make very wide motions, and we don't want that. We want to have tiny little increments and tiny little motions when we are playing. The second step to show the position, the motion, is hold the pick and put your wrist on top of the body of the guitar like that, and let's scratch the surface of the guitar like that. That's going to show us the motion that we can use to pick the strings. This is a very natural motion in our body. As you can see, I can go pretty fast right away, and probably you will be able to do that too. And the idea is that we need to translate this same motion on top of the strings. So that's going to take us to our third step. We're going to translate this, we're going to move this on top of the bridge of the guitar like that, and we're going to play the 6th string like that. We are going to barely scratch the surface of the string. I don't want you guys to go like that, too harsh. Just play tiny little increments on top of the string. If your string sounds muted, like that, or muffled, you can just move your palm a little bit back to the back, so the string gives you like a cleaner sound. And last, the 4th step is that make sure that you're playing very tiny little increments when you play the string like that, rather than that. If you do that, you will lose your position and you will be forced to look at your right hand every time that you play it, and that's not going to be effective when you are reading music. So try to play so your pick stays in between the 2 strings like that. If you follow these 4 steps, you're going to be able to build a pretty solid picking technique, and it will help you to read the music and focus on the paper and on the music, or focus on playing with other people and looking at them rather than looking at your right hand. So in lesson 4, you're going to play examples of single strings, skipping strings, 2 strings at a time, and things like that. And we're going to be reinforcing all these concepts so you remember every single one of the steps and you can build your technique.